Hey everybody, it's Shay from Sweet Chariot Tarot. I'm here to give you a reading for Virgo for April 2020. We'll start with the Gilded Tarot and we'll go from there. All right, God, Source, Spirit, Universe, Archangel, Spirit, Guides, and Ancestors. I connect to Virgo's energy for the month of April 2020. Please give us clear messages. Please give me the intuition and discernment to convey the messages and the guidance that you intend. Thank you. What's going on with Virgo for the month of April 2020, Spirit? Virgo, April 2020. Seven of Swords, sneaky behavior, not telling the truth, lies and deceit, keeping some truth to yourself. That could be you or someone else. Nine of Wands. That's the card of surrender, of being kind of battle weary, tired, and kind of broke down. So it's also kind of putting your guard up to something, but it feels more like putting some things behind you and surrendering to a new start, or communication. Yeah. Hangman. So yeah, new perspective. So something that was possibly hidden from you, some truth that you were hoping to receive, was conveyed to you, and now that you know more of the truth, you're deciding to kind of put it all behind you and surrender to a new start. Finding out whatever this truth is has caused you to gain new perspective and new clarity on a situation. Yeah, still new tangible start, but it's slow moving. Okay. There could be this as well. Information kind of being kept secret right now from you, and it has caused you to surrender. So it could be like job loss. You found out that you lost your job and you're trying to figure out what to do next. Do you need to have a fresh new start, or what to go after to bring stability at this point? Because now you feel left out in the cold financially. If it is still a love situation, then it's, holding back communication because of the lies, and gaining a new perspective on what direction to go, because you feel left out in the cold after hearing this information or finding out this truth. That's a lot of cards. Okay, Virgo. Something flipped over. So you're going to be having to decide, now that you have this truth, or now that you know that you are out of work, you got to figure out, Do you want to go onto a new path? Do you want to hold out in this out in the cold energy and just see what happens? Do you wait to see if your, I set that back down, but I saw it. Do you wait and wait to find out what's coming for you? So it's there are two paths to take, and you have to decide. Whoa. I picked it up in reverse, Emperor in reverse, so we'll take it that way. Virgo, it feels like, yeah, it does feel like job loss to me more than relationship. So we'll go with that scenario and we'll keep going. You feel like information's been held back from you in that regard, though. And because of that, you feel like you don't know whether to surrender to this whole like time off situation. Do you go look for something else? Your perspective is kind of blocked right now, but you're kind of in your cocoon trying to figure that out. But you feel so left out in the cold financially that it's hard to make this decision. So right now, you're kind of being the Emperor in reverse, which is not really making any moves, not really taking charge or handling your business. I just heard, take care of TCB. Ow! Not respecting yourself because of everything that's going on. One more card, Spirit. Oh, that feels, this, the way I'm shuffling the deck right now as well feels like something to do with this energy. It feels like a energy of can't get right. That's the energy I feel. Can't get right. Like no matter how many times I'm trying to shuffle this deck, it's just falling out of place. So it feels like a can't get right type situation. And as long as you keep staying in this energy of what do I do? Do I wait? Do I find another job? Do I go after this particular thing or not? You're just waiting then. You're not making progress. Next card after the Emperor in reverse is the Queen of Cups. So, still on that job situation, it makes me feel like you're waiting and holding out on making a move because you love that job. It has some significant, you feel like it's your institution. It's where you were meant to be. So you're holding out for that. And now I feel like we should go back to the love situation. So if it is that love scenario, like I said, some lie came to light that caused you to want to put a blockage to communication to this person, or kind of put your guard up to a person. But now you're gaining a new perspective. You're thinking about making a tangible offer, or that is that person doing that to you after feeling left out in the cold. But that left out in the cold energy makes it hard to make this decision, to make that move, to actually do the do, right? So the Emperor being in reverse is not quite ready to make a love offer because they're focused on building the coin. But the Queen of Cups is ready to kind of make a move. The Queen of Cups is pointing directly, is facing with her cup toward the Hierophant. Hierophant, though, is looking the other way. The Hierophant is marriage, solid foundation, institution of marriage, right? While the Queen is kind of eagerly enlightened and facing that Hierophant, the Emperor is in reverse and not quite doing so. Then the other two cards that have fallen out before were the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So there's two matching energies here. Both are very intuitive, very aware, very enlightened, and she is enlightened to a point of great discernment. So she is willing to cut out a person who is not going to give to her equally. She's not going to be in a Five of Pentacles type situation. If she's going to get into a relationship, it's going to be a Ten of Pentacles type relationship. She's not going to get into anything that makes her feel that way. And also, he will cut out anything because his concern just isn't going into a relationship. Virgo 2020. Anything else about the King and Queen of Swords, either in the job sector or relationship sector, Spirit? Or it flipped over. Where did it go? There we go. Okay. Five of Cups. Feels like a conjoined energy. Feels like the King is willing to cut out what doesn't serve him, and the Queen is also willing to cut out what doesn't serve her in this love relationship, this marriage, or if it's back to the job situation, the job is willing to cut out the person is willing to leave the job if necessary. But what's known in this by both parties is there will be sadness because of it. The person is not indispensable. The person is not disposable to you, or the job is not just completely disposable to you. We'll do animal spirit cards. Spirit, give us a clear storyline to finish off Virgo's reading in regards to this. Help us to clarify the job scenario as well as the love relationship as best we can. Swan spirit, take a deep dive. Take a deep dive. In the job scenario, I would say there could be a resolution to this. The sixth energy seems like reconciliation coming back together. So there could be a solution to this where you end up getting back with this job after the chaos is over. Also, though, that take a deep dive makes me feel like don't put your eggs in one basket, because during this time of break from that job or from that line of work, you might end up taking a deep dive, finding something that is worth taking a deep dive into, that you end up loving way more. You might walk straight into a new institution that you love even more, that fills your mind and your heart. Right? Okay, back to the love scenario, Virgo. Take a deep dive. When this King of Swords and this Queen of Swords can come out of this Five of Cups energy, where they are looking down at the cups of spilled milk, not looking at what could possibly be, not looking at the love that's still held. There's still two cups between the two. So when they can let go of any past heartbreak, either from outside of them, outside of whatever this relationship could be, or anything that keeps them blocked, anything that's causing a person to have love right there in their face, but for some reason there's a block and they have blinders on to this love. If they can cut out all the unnecessary chatter and clutter and bull and look at the love that's still there, they can just go ahead and take a deep dive into this because that love is still there. They can reconcile that 6 energy. They can take a deep dive into that love relationship because it's not impossible for this to be a loving, long-term marriage for the two of these people. But this Emperor in reverse is definitely blocked. Definitely blocked. Not willing to give to this Queen of Cups. And she's not going to stand for the lack of giving, the lack of reciprocity. So that's why she's also the Queen of Swords, willing to cut out what doesn't serve her. Overcome the obstacle. Like I said, if this King of Swords / Emperor in reverse person can overcome the obstacle of whatever the blockage is that is holding them back. Also, if the Queen can overcome the obstacle of feeling unimportant because this person's innate blockage or whatever is going on within them, if the Queen can know and overcome the obstacle and understand that it's not her. Also, if it's the job situation, if you can hang tight, take care of your things that you need to, make sure that you get your, if you make sure that you have a baseline of items at the house, like you got your enough food to last you for the month, you got this and you got that, if you can get your things in order and organized enough in a way and budget enough, you'll be okay. You'll be able to overcome this obstacle. Changes, that 5 energy, changes are always coming. It's up to you to decide whether they're good or bad. Only you can decide if a change is good or bad. It's always how you react to something, right? It's always choosing to still feel hurt and pain. It's always choosing to not forgive. It's always choosing to not accept love. It's choosing to not communicate and create something. It's up to you to take a deep dive, but Spirit is asking you to do so. Spirit is asking you to come out of whatever blockages are holding you back, whatever has made you feel out in the cold and sad. And then we got 555 here. Make the change. Make the change. Stop blocking yourself. Stop being stuck at the fork in the road and take a deep dive. Because you too will be able to overcome any obstacle. If it's the job situation, you can overcome that obstacle. If it's not that you're going right back into that institution that you were in, you're going to go into one that is perfect for you. Take a deep dive. Go after what you want. Person, job, whatever. Go after what's for you. I love y'all, Virgos. Thank you so much for watching.